Hey everyone, welcome to another show, Make a Move with Jessie Vargas. Today we're talking about the great fight weekend that we're going to have this Saturday night on DAZN. We're going to have Jose Zepeda facing Richardson Hitchins, a young prospect, but we'll talk about that later. We also have the gentleman who came out positive for performance-enhancing drugs, Conor Ben. He has another fighter in front of him, which is Orozco from Mexico. We have Jessica McCaskill against Sandy, which is a European fighter. It's going to be a good one. So let's start with the main event. Please subscribe to my channel. The main event will be Jose Zepeda against Richardson Hitchins. Richardson Hitchins is a young kid, top prospect, 26 years old. He's 17-0 with what? It's 16-0. My apologies. 16-0 with 7 KOs. He's only 25 years old. He has a lot of talent. He hasn't been in there with top opposition, but he has been in there with a couple prospects that I'd say were pretty good. One of them being Kevin Johnson. He was able to defeat him. He's undefeated for a reason. And Jose Zepeda, he just came back from fighting Regis Prograis. He wasn't able to come out with the victory. Regis Prograis won by KO in a very good performance by Jose Zepeda until he got caught in mid-fight. He got caught with some good punches by Regis Prograis. And Regis Prograis he smelled blood. He went on the attack, and which generated a stoppage for Regis Prograis. He's also been in there with Jose, the former WBC world champion, right? Being Jose Ramirez, who was a top Olympian. He was honestly, he was a tough task, and he had that defeat. Jose Zepeda had that defeat to Jose Ramirez. You also, again, Regis Prograis, and he had one other defeat early on in his career. The two biggest losses that he has in his career are those two there, which he actually fought Jose Ramirez in a good matchup. Went to decision. I think that the points in that fight were very close, but it is what it is. Jose Zepeda lost both of them. Now this is another chance of his for him to come back on top. Because if he wins this fight, the winner of this fight should be lined up in the top 5 in the world once again to possibly fight for a world title. You have some minor belts on the line, one being the WBC silver title. You have the WBO, NABF title as well. So like international titles, intercontinental titles, which will lead them to the position to fight for a world championship soon. Now, who do I think will win this fight? It's a toss-up. It really is. It's a toss-up. I mean, it all depends how Jose Zepeda comes back from the fight against Regis Prograis. I think that it may be a little too soon for him to come back after that devastating knockout loss. Hitchins is a young prospect looking to come out victorious, looking to outdo any other performance that he's had in his 16 fights with reason. I mean, if he wins this fight, he could match up to fight for a world title soon at only 25 years of age. So this is a big opportunity for him. I think that he has the skills. He's very fast, mobile. He definitely likes to use his reach, but at the same time, he likes to get down and dirty and find the inside as well. If he does fight on the inside, he's going to give Jose Zepeda all the chance to connect him with a good punch, because Jose Zepeda is a tough fighter. He's not only tough, but he has the power in his fist to knock out anybody. He's hurt Regis Prograis. He hurt Jose Zepeda. We kind of stunned him. All right, just stunned him. I don't want to say too much there because Jose Zepeda will text me. But he's 37-3 with 28 KOs. 28 KOs out of those 37 wins. Imagine that. This kid could punch. He is 34 years old, so he is a little older. Again, the power never leaves the body, though. That's for sure. So if Zepeda is able to connect Hitchins with a good shot, he's going to stop him. He's going to knock him out. Now, the question is, will Hitchins be able to outbox Jose Zepeda? Let's see. Honestly, it's a toss-up. Again, I think that if Zepeda fought Hitchins 2 years ago, a year ago, I think that I would have to pick Zepeda to win by knockout. In this fight, I don't know. I would have to, yeah, definitely. I wouldn't know. I mean, again, some fighters don't come back from a previous knockout loss as the usual self, unfortunately. So it just depends on how his body was able to recover after that loss. He was winning the fight in my point of view, but until he got connected. But yeah, that's that. I think that it's a 50-50 fight. I think if the youngster, Richardson Hitchins, doesn't get caught on the chin, he should be able to win on points. The minute that Zepeda connects him with a good shot to the chin, he's taking him out, and that's for certain. So if you're betting, I'm sorry, I can't help you there, but those are my predictions of the outcomes that can occur, right? Knockout by Jose Zepeda, or Hitchins wins by decision. If it goes to decision, for sure it's going to Hitchins. If Zepeda connects a good punch, he's knocking out. So now let's go to the next fight. It's going to be Conor Ben from Europe, from England, who he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs a couple times already as it is. He recently got off his suspension somehow. He is fighting Rodolfo Orozco, who is 32 wins, 3 losses, and 3 draws. Now, Conor Ben is 21-0. He has 14 wins by knockout. He's a strong fighter. He beat Chris Algieri. This other gentleman, Rodolfo Orozco, he hasn't really fought any names. You look down the list of his opponents. A lot of them have a record of 12-0, 10 losses, 15 wins, 8 losses, 12 wins, 8 losses. So, I mean, the gentleman, he's been fighting guys with losing records. He doesn't have, he can fight. He's in the ring, right? I mean, he throws punches. He doesn't give up. But does he really have a chance to win this fight? This one, I will say that unfortunately not. We wish him the best. He's a fighter that has a good record. I'm sure they're paying him well for his record. With 32 wins, 3 losses, you look at it and you say it's pretty a good fight. This is his last fight, actually. You've seen it right behind me. He won this fight, but just looking at that tells you everything. He's a gentleman who doesn't have that much experience, although he does have several fights on his record, on his resume, but against low-level opposition. And for that reason, I think that Conor Ben knocks out this gentleman, Orozco. It's going to be tough to see because it's going to be a one-sided fight. I wonder if they're doing drug testing for this fight. Probably not. It's in but we'll see. At the end of the day, we'll find out, and hopefully no one gets seriously hurt. It's a shame that some people would use performance enhancement drugs at any point in their career. I don't respect that at all. That's when you lose my respect. You lose your own dignity there as an athlete, right? Especially in a sport as dangerous as this one, right? Where, you get a lot of physical damage in there, but it is what it is. People are going to support a fighter regardless of the fact. Long story short, that's my opinion on it. I think it's wrong. Now, moving on to female fighting this Saturday night, we're going to have Jessica McCaskill going up against Sandy Ryan. Jessica McCaskill is a unified welterweight world champion. Now she's facing Sandy Kathy Ryan. Sandy Ryan, she is a tough fighter. She's only 6-1. She could punch in a way, right? She throws a lot of big blows, but she may be a little too slow for Jessica McCaskill, who's the more experienced fighter. She's 39 years old. She has a record of 12 wins, 3 losses, which is common in female fighting for them to have lower number of fights. They have to elevate quickly and fight for a world title. That way they get some type of name recognition, because female fighting isn't as popular just to this moment. Don't get me wrong. Katie Taylor, Jessica McCaskill, and several others are definitely making a change in that and bringing in more fans to the sport of boxing for female fighting, female boxing. I really enjoy it. I think they always come and give a war because they have so much to prove. But going back to this fight, I think that Jessica McCaskill should be able to come out with the victory. So I'm leaning more towards Jessica McCaskill, as you can see in the video behind me. I think she has a little more energy. She's a little more aggressive. I think she instills the pressure onto Sandy. She'll be able to overwhelm her. Make sure to hit the body as well. And that's what Jessica McCaskill has to do. Hit the body, hit the head, and keep that continuous pressure. Make Sandy think that she doesn't want to be there anymore. Now, Sandy also has, seems like good punching power. She throws some big blows on the outside. That's what she needs to maintain, Jessica McCaskill. Keep feigning her and connecting with the big shots. So in my opinion, that's what she needs to do in order to win this fight. I don't don't think that can occur. I think that Jessica McCaskill will overwhelm her with punches and bunches, they call it. So yes, that's my decision on this fight. But please like, subscribe. I need your support. And yeah, that's my conclusion on the night of boxing. Tune in early on DAZN. It's gonna be a good night, and continue to watch more of my videos. I'm gonna continue bringing out more content. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Thank you.